Hello and welcome to 10-Minute Fringe. I am Laser from A Shark Ate My Penis, and today I am here with Cindy D'Andrea. I didn't ask how to pronounce it. Is
Oh
that
my
right?
gosh, that was so good. You did
Okay.
it right on the first try.
From Cat Shit Crazy, which is a show going to Edinburgh. It's here in Los Angeles for a while. You can back a crowdfunding campaign. It's all happening. Cindy, tell me, what is the pitch for Cat Shit Crazy?
Catch It Crazy is a tale, Tail, of of grief, recovery, self-discovery, and cats. And it is about a personal trainer, actor, total hot mess of a woman who is looking for love in all the wrong places and finally finds it when she rescues two kittens from the shelter. And her whole life turns into love, and she wants everybody to have this feeling, and she wants everybody to rescue all the feral cats in Los Angeles, and becomes a bit of the crazy cat lady. And then, of course, as we know, everything we love sometimes doesn't stick around. And it's a search for identity in several different ways.
That sounds amazing. I love cats. I love all your art. It's very,
Yay!
very evocative. What brought you to want to write the show in this form?
Well, back in 2014, I I was anticipating that my cats and just the whole being in the animal rescue, being in the cat rescue, it's hard to reach everybody. They call you, say, "Oh, I have a mama and six kittens in my backyard. Can you come and help me?" And I thought, how can I, and I wasn't getting any acting work either, and I love theater. So how can I combine my love for cats, my education about rescuing, and my love of theater and acting
Mhm.
into a show? Plus I knew I so love, you love your animals, and
Yeah.
I was anticipating, well, they might not be around forever, but maybe they will be. But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
gonna honor them. And
So instead of a tattoo of your cat, you wrote a solo show about it.
yes, I did.
I love that.
Yeah. And I just started. So this is actually my third solo show. My first
Oh,
solo show
nice.
was Cataholics. My second was It's Easier to Love a Cat. And this is my third.
Incredible. What made you want to bring it to Edinburgh this year?
I have wanted to perform in Edinburgh since I heard about it in 2016. Fellow artists, as you know, shared their stories with me, and I thought, oh, how great this would be! It would be my chance to travel, to reach out to, the my little step in reaching out on a broader scale to
Mhm.
animal rescue communities, etc. Plus, I never, it's a joke. I never went on vacation. I never traveled. So how great. So I did all the research and was planning to take it in 2020, and we all know what that happened. And then in 2022, I just wasn't quite ready. So I went as a spectator because I was like, I've done all this research, I've done all this stuff, so I'm going to go. So that was like the best experience as a spectator,
Mhm.
knowing what to expect when you go to edfringe.com and you see
Yes.
3,562 shows and you're like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot. So, do you have strategies this year on getting it out since you've been last year? Are you thinking about trying to fill seats? I feel like that's where we're all stuck right now in like this terrified moment of how do we do this?
It is. It is terrifying, and I still haven't solidified a tech operator for my show. So I'm still like anticipating that. But I did hire a publicist, but the and yeah, selling tickets. I haven't really done that yet. So two things. One is to to connect with the animal rescue shelter groups. I've already looked all of them up.
Nice.
And so I'm going to go to them in person, invite them to the show, drop off flyers. There's a lot of like veterinary, there's not a lot, but there's a couple veterinary clinics.
Nice.
So target that, target them, and stand in a damn cat costume out on the,
Yeah,
by,
absolutely.
by the Space UK, because we all know flyering, flyering, flyering. So that is definitely. Now, I was lucky last year. It didn't rain when I was there, but I know
Yeah.
it rains.
Yeah,
So
that's what I've heard. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like rain.
you don't, well,
Mm.
hopefully, well, you're going to be there the whole month too, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was only there 9 days last year, so I
Yeah.
got lucky. It only rained one day, but people are still standing out in the rain, handing out flyers.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
So that, and I think that there's some opportunities to meet press and media. So the
Yeah.
sooner, you know, but that was one of the things that I wrote notes about last year. I one of the main notes was know why you're doing this, because when
Yes.
you walk out there and there's one person sitting in the audience,
Mhm.
know why you're doing this, because people go from these big 800 seat, 500 seat, one, and these big productions. And I know yours is a musical, and they love
Yeah.
musicals. I wish I was musical enough to
Mhm.
to be a musical. Um, but you go to these really live, engaged performances to a small room in a church with just 23 seats and five people
Yeah.
sitting. So it's just,
It's
you
kinda
have to.
what's beautiful about it.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And the other thing was just do, like, for somebody like me that doesn't have, music and stuff, I was like, do not, make it short. The shorter the better, so people can, not fall asleep and move on, next
So
show.
tell me about I know you've been developing this show for a long time. Do you have any stories from, like, the rehearsal process, from the editing process, surprising things that have come up, surprising things that you've had to move around?
Oh, yes. Well, pretty much it's been a new script for the last like 3 weeks. And yesterday we actually mapped out, which should have been done sooner, um, the space that and it's tiny. It's like so much smaller. So yesterday I essentially had to reblock it all over again. So that's why I'm glad I'm doing a 6 day run in LA to kind of practice, even though that theater is much bigger.
Yeah.
But it has just been, and cutting. I had to cut the show down, and then I did it in rehearsal, and I'm like, how is it an hour and 10 minutes again? It was supposed to be 50 minutes. We cut 7 pages. Why? It's
Yeah.
it's this thing, because I only have an hour. I have 5 minutes to get in, 50
Yeah.
minutes to perform, 5 minutes to get out. That's
It's
it, you know?
so it's just wild. It's a wild way to do theater, and I love it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you from Era Productions, who are doing a show, called One Week in Magaluf, and they wanted to ask you if you could have any one song play before your show, what would it be and why? What is your pump up jam? What is your setting the scene jam for your show?
Okay. Well, I think it would be Elton John's Honky Cat.
Amazing.
And um for several reasons. I mean, it's just a fucking kick-ass song, and it is Elton John, who is of course a legend, and I have very fond memories of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road and all of the Elton John and Bernie Taupin songs from childhood. And it's just a great song. And the second song to pump up is Queen.
Mhm.
I think it's Don't Stop. Where
Yeah,
is
Don't
it?
Stop Me Now.
Oh, Don't Stop Me Now. Yeah, that is like, yeah,
Absolutely, gotta get in that zone, I love it. Do
yeah.
you have a question for our next guest here on 10-Minute Fringe? We love to
I
pass it
have a
on.
question. Um, my question would be, what do you think will be the most joyous part of performing at Ed Fringe?
Wonderful. I love that question. I'm trying to think about that for me, and I think it's gonna be if anybody ever comes to the show.
Later, first of all, congratulations on your fucking successful, excuse
Thank
my
you.
language,
Oh my
um,
god.
Hollywood Fringe and your awards. So you got
We
that.
got we got stuff on the poster. We got laurels, we're making it happen.
Yeah.
Tell me so where are you performing in LA and when? When are you performing in Edinburgh? And you said you
Okay.
have a
So
crowdfunding campaign as well.
thank you. Thank you. So the LA show is a 6-day run, July 18th, which is a week from Tuesday to 23rd. I know.
Perfect.
At the Broadwater Black Box, where
Nice.
a lot of people, fringe people. So it's right there on the Santa Monica and Lillian Way, July 18th to 23rd. So I have an Eventbrite link for that. At Edinburgh Fringe, I'm performing at the Space UK Triplex, which is around the corner from Surgeons Hall in the basement called the Studio. I saw 3 shows there last year. It's a nice, quiet play, like Alley Cats.
Yeah.
And then thank you for your help on crowdfunding
Sure.
information. I set up a Seed and Spark page.
Nice.
Cindy, a Cat Shit Crazy goes to Edinburgh. So I have links for all of them and need to raise a lot more money. I've only raised 21%. So
21 is good. I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's a hard um it's a lot of money to go to Edinburgh. I know what you mean.
oh my gosh. And I knew that, from back when, but I was working more.
Yeah,
I just haven't been working a lot.
yeah.
So yeah, I thought I'd have more money. So yeah, so every little bit helps, of course. And it's hard to do all the production stuff at the same time as writing, performing. The production stuff is just
It's so
killer.
much. It's so much.
Yeah,
It's so much. Well, uh, bless you. I'm so excited for Cat Shit Crazy. It's gonna be so fun. What time did you say your show's on in
thank
Edinburgh?
you. Oh, so it is 2 times. One from August 4th to 19th. It's at 13:05, which in American it's 1:05 p.m. And then from the 21st to the 26th, it's 13:45. So
Okay.
that's 1:45. So I had to do 2 different times.
Similar times though.
Similar times
Yeah.
though.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, that's not conflicting with my show. I think I already have you on my calendar somewhere, so I'm excited
Yeah,
to
I
see
can't
you.
wait to see your show. I specifically didn't come here because I want to come to Edinburgh. We
Amazing.
all
Well,
need
yeah, we
to
have a lot.
support each other for sure. And thank you
Absolutely.
so much for doing this. This is
Sure thing.
just awesome.
Thank you, and thank you everybody for watching 10 Minute French today. We will be back, very soon.
Yes.